Hello all, I am Basant, Azure Associate Administrator. This project done by me. Find the linked link in the description box. Today we're gonna do a hub and spoke architecture. This is the diagram. So this project demonstrates a practical implementation of a hub and spoke topology in Azure. As illustrated in the diagram, the hub depicts a hub VNet with the key components. This hub acts as a central virtual network that hosts shared services like a VPN gateway, Azure Firewall, or Express Route Gateway. Provides the connectivity to on-premises network. This is spoke virtual networks that hosts isolated workloads and can include specific applications or environments that connects to the hub or accessing shared services. So the virtual network peering establishes secure communication between the hub and spokes and ensures low latency and high through output connectivity. Let me open a draw.io. In that I have done some architecture, same architect, but it will be clearer. You can understand. So the hub virtual network hosts shared services like firewall, VPN gateways, and Azure Bastion. Spoke virtual networks are divided into production and non-production VNet categories. The production VNets acts as the front-end VMs, and the non-production acts as the back-end VMs, and pairing all spoke VNets with the centralized hub VNets, which provides the user-defined routes for traffic direction to the on-prem VNet. So the backend VMs or non-prod VNets should be isolated because it contains sensitive and confidential data. So hub and spoke is one of the network topologies recommended by the Cloud Adoption Framework. Define an Azure network topology to understand why this topology is considered as a best practice for many organizations. It provides enhanced security and scalability also. You can in future if organization grows, you can add spokes one by one. So let's start without getting delay. So here I'll be using two accounts. One I use for on-premise infrastructure and the other I use for hub and spoke infrastructure as shown in the diagram. So here I have two accounts. In the first account, I'll be creating on-premises infrastructure. These are the. Let me accept this. So I'll create the virtual network. I'll create a resource group as on-premise RG and a virtual network name as on-prem hub VNet. On-premises hub VNet. And we'll add address space as 172.16.0.0. CIDR notation I'll give as /16. Now I am going to add a subnet. So I will add subnet, gateway subnet as 172.16.0.0. And I will create another virtual network, another VNet on-prem. I will give as name as computer. And I will give address space as a 10.200.0.0/16. And I give name as computer, subnet name computer subnet. And I will create the network security group here only. It will be very useful. In SD computer. Review plus create. Create. So I will be peering between this virtual private network gateway, VPN gateway, and this computer VNet. I will keep as a hub. So we can change later if any requirement is needed. We come back and we can change later. But right now I keep as it is. I check once. So I'll be changing later if required. Now I will create a virtual network gateway. On from VPN gateway, and I will choose the VPN gateway to AZ. VPN gateway to AZ will be a little faster. So, and here we have to provide two IP addresses. This is a PIPA BGP IP address. I will give 169.54.21.3. This should be between this only. And I give ASN number as the 65514. So this is the configuration which I have done. So this VPN gateway will create two public IP address. So I have given name also. This is secondary public IP address name, and primary also have given. Primary name and secondary name, secondary public name, public IP name. So let's create. So you can see there the public IP address. Two public IP address. So by the way, I will create a hub and spoke in another account, the secondary account which I have. So I will start with virtual network. So virtual network. So this is a hub and spoke topology. So in this, so here I will create as core hub. I will create resource group as core. Sorry, not core. Network manager RG. This network manager RG is the resource group for the hub and spoke. And I will create a virtual network name core hub. VNet, and I'll choose region as Central India. I'll start address space as the 192.168.0.0, and Azure Firewall. I'll create Azure Firewall VNet, sorry, subnet. I will create one more subnet, that is Azure Bastion. For Azure Bastion also I will create here only. And I will create for virtual network gateway also. Here in this topology, we need firewall management also. So I will create for firewall management subnet. Create. I will create one more virtual network for production VNet, production spoke VNet in the same network manager resource group, region Central India, and I give address space as 10.1.0.0/16, and I create subnet as the app subnet. I create NSG here only, Protect Security Group, NSG Prod 1. I will create another virtual network for Prod 2, production to spoke VNet. uh, 10.2.0.0 app subnet. NSG prod 2. So I will be creating non-prod also, non-production for a production 2 VM or non-production 2 VM. For non-prod, I give as a 10.100.0.0 and I give subnet as the non-prod subnet. And I will create an SG for non-prod one. For a non-prod to 10.101.0.0 and I give subnet name as non-prod 1 subnet. I will create an SG. So network security group. We'll check how many network security group are created. I'm creating an NSG Bastion separately. We have to give sufficient permissions to connect with Bastion. So for investigation, I had outbound, inbound, inbound security rule, service tag, gateway manager. Allow gateway management. And I'll create one more inbound security rule. Source any, destination any, HTTPS service, priority 110. Allow any HTTPS inbound. Now I'll create for outbound security rule. Source any, destination area service tag, destination service tag is Azure Cloud, service HTTPS, priority 100, so I'll give name as allow HTTPS outbound. Allow AZ Cloud HTTPS. Sir, I think I have to change. Okay, now I added two rules in inbound and two rules in outbound. So these are the rules in outbound security rule. So now I'll try to connect with a subnet. I will associate with subnet. Yeah, now it's associated successfully. Sometimes if rules is not uh, rules is not clear, it won't connect. Now I'll check. all NSTs are created. I think one more we have to create for non-prod 2. Let me check once. Yeah, for non-prod 2 only. Now I'll associate this non-prod 2 NST with subnet. So we'll check now what to create. I have created core hub VNet and necessary VNets for production. Now I'll create what to create next. So as per diagram, I will create Azure Bastion. So in Bastion, I'll select the same resource group and the name I give as core Bastion. Yeah, that's it. So I created Bastion. Now I'm creating firewall. I'll keep name as the core firewall, and for a policy firewall policy, I'll give name as core firewall policy. So we already have a core hub VNet. We'll select core hub VNet network manager RG, and public IP address name will give as the core firewall PIP public IP, and for management public IP address we'll give core firewall PIP MGMT. So we have selected which network also. So everything is fine. So we'll review plus create a let me check with core of VNet. So we'll provide necessary peerings. So we'll create a pairing between this hub virtual network and production spoke virtual network. So we'll give a pairing link name as prod1 hub. Mm. This we can change later if we need. So you can change it if needed. So prod2 also created pairing between prod2 and hub. Now I'm going to create pairing between hub and a non-prod one. Non-prod to hub. So you can see that everything is fully synchronized here. Now I'll create root table or gateway. I'll create network gateway. Core VPN gateway, and I'll SKU select as the same as given in on premises generation 2, and give its network name as core hub VNet and public IP address. I'll give name public IP address name core VPN gateway PIP PRI, and the second public IP address given as core VPN gateway PIP SEC secondary, and I give autonomous system number ASN number as 65516, and custom Azure Apipa BGP address I give as 169.254.21.4, and so I give a second Apipa address also, Apipa BGP Apipa. So everything is fine. Let's create. So this configuration should be done carefully. Next I'll create root tables. This VPN gateway will take half an hour to create. So we'll create. We'll create root table. This is group 1 network manager, region Central India. Name will give as core root table. So I'll copy the private address, IP address, private IP address of the firewall. So before I will associate the subnet. I will associate this prod one spoke VNet app subnet, and I will create one more prod to spoke also. I will associate prod to spoke VNet. Prod to spoke VNet app subnet. So I will create routes. I will add route to core to core firewall destination type IP address. Destination IP address is 0.0.0/0 and next hop type ID as virtual appliance and the next hop address 192.168, the private IP address of the firewall. I'll paste it here. Let's create. So I created root also. Let me create a core firewall policy. Add a new policy rule. Add a rule collection. Network collection allow. Priority 100. I'll give destination port as 80.443 and 22. HTTPS, HTTP and SSH. Destination all. So here in root, the enhanced security like the spokes remains isolated by default. The non-production will be uh, isolated. I will create a virtual machine. and I will give name as a web server for prod 1. And I choose prod 1 spoke VNet app subnet. NIC security group I'll keep as none because already we have a security group. So group plus create. I will create one more virtual machine for web server. Web server prod 2. Now I'm creating for non-prod web server non-prod 1. So I'll create a virtual machine for non-prod 2 web server non-prod 2. Review and create. Create. Now I check with Bastion. So all VM is created. All VM is created. Record the VM. Now check that production is can connect. See, it's automatically connected. So using Bastion also we can connect. So just we have to provide the username and password. Yeah, pop-up blocker is preventing. So remove the pop-up. So we have successfully connected prod 1 VM. So I tried to ping. Try to ping to non-prod. Or 10.100.0.4. So we cannot connect to the non-prod because it is isolated. But we can directly connect that non-prod VM to Bastion. So we can connect the non-prod VMs via Bastion. So we'll create a rule, port rule. inbound rule for a non-prod one. I will make it allow. I will update first sudo application tool. So I will ping to 10.100.0.4. Still we cannot connect to that because we cannot connect to non-prod one because the firewall routing we have not associated the non-prod VM because it is isolated. So to connect with non-prod one VM, we can use the Bastion. So this VPN gateway is already created. So we'll update to try to update once. Apt update. So we can update a non-prod the prod web server prod one now. I check that we can connect to the web server prod one to internet. So curl https google.com. So we can connect to the Google. Let me zoom once. So I cannot zoom it properly. We'll connect non-prod one via Bastion. So non-prod one you can connect to Bastion. I will remove the block. Now we can connect non-prod VM with Bastion. And I'll check we can update apt update. Why? No, so we can update. But we did not allow in a non-prod VM, we could not get updated because it is isolated. That's why we provided the allow rule in non-prod VM. Now we can update. Now next we try local network gateway. Create a local network gateway and IP address I give as a 4.237.112.22 and address space I give as 10.200.0.0 /16. And I will copy the ASN of the on-prem network. So on-prem ASN should be, this is on-prem. On-prem ASN is 65514 and Apipa BGP IP is 21.3. ASN 65514. 65514. So same ASN number and Apipa BGP Apipa address. And the BGP address. This is the first Apipa number. This is actually tunnel 1. Now we will create a tunnel 2. This acts as a tunnel to and for tunnel 1 I given first public IP. Now I'm giving second public IP for tunnel 2. This is the second public IP of the VPN gateway. So address space I give as the 10.200, same address space as given for tunnel 1. And ESN number I give as 65514. And this is the second BGP IP address, second custom IP for BGP address from on-prem. So we have created successfully two tunnel 1 and tunnel 2. These are the two tunnels, and we have to provide the necessary VPN connections also. So I give a name as the connection 1. I mean, I'll enable BGP also, enabling BGP and the address defaultly shows. Next, I'll create second connection, connection 2. We'll select tunnel 2. For connection is tunnel 1, and for the second connection is tunnel 2. I will enable the BGP also, custom BGP address. So that's it will reveal create. We'll check once the configuration. This is on-prem configuration. Now we have to provide tunnels for on-prem side also. So I'm creating local network gateway. So region is selected as Australia East, and the name on-prem tunnel 1, and IP address I will copy from hub and spoke VPN gateway. And address space I'll give us 10.1.0.0. I'll give us 10.0.0. This is the core from this is the first people address and give 65516. This is a core VPN gateway, sir, that is hub and spoke. Sir. So I'll paste the BGP. This is the first BGP. I'll create a second tunnel 2 for on-prem side. On-prem local gateway tunnel 2 and IP address I'll copy from core VPN gateway. This is a second IP address for tunnel 2. I'm copying second IP address of core 2 and I'll paste here. Same address space. And I'll copy the second BGP address. BGP is a background gateway protocol. So let me check the peerings here. So all are successfully peered in core VNet. So I'll check once. I'll check all the peering once. So I enable. So check the peering between this on-prem side. So now we'll create a virtual machine for the on-prem side. So everything is fine. We'll create virtual machine. I'll give you name as on-prem computer. So from on-prem side, I deploy only one VM. So VPN gateway, local network gateway. We have to give necessary connections on the on-prem side, on-prem VPN gateway, and I'll give connection one. VKV2. I will enable BGP, custom BGP address. So two connections are created, connection 1, connection 2. So all good. So from a local PC, I tried to connect on-prem VM. I will give necessary NSG security rule, inbound security rule for on-prem VM to connect to my local PC. So I will give SSH connection. Sorry, SSH. I will give for port 22. Let me try to connect. Successfully connected. Yes, connected. So, and I give password. Connected. So I tried to ping to the prod VM. Successfully connected to prod. The prod VNet acts as the front-end web server, and the non-prodom acts as a backend web server. We cannot connect direct to the non-prod because it is isolated. I tried to ping prod to VM also. prod 2. Sorry, this is prod 1. I'll go for prod 2. Prod 1 is a 10.1.0.4. This is the prod 2. So this is the private IP address of prod 2. So this is 10.2.0.4. This is a front-end web server of the hub and spoke. So we can successfully connect to the hub and spoke network. So this connects between virtual private network gateway only. So we have successfully connected to two different accounts and two different regions. One is East Australia and another is Central India. By providing necessary rules to firewall, we can connect a non-prod VM also. Now we are giving non-prod. This is a non-prod. We could not connect. So to connect this non-prod, you have to set routes in firewall route tables. So this is the route table. We added prod 1, prod 2, which goes connections via firewall. Now we'll check the network watcher. We'll monitor. This from hub VNet to on-prem. So you can see that the connection traffic passes through virtual network gateway. So you can check that virtual network gateway. The connection passes through virtual network gateway only. We'll check vice versa. Yes, through virtual network gateway only. So we have successfully completed this topology, passing the connection traffic process through the VPN gateway to VPN gateway. So we have successfully connected. We have given same IP as shown in the diagram. Let us check. So we got total charges 242 rupees. In that firewall is 143 rupees and VPN gateway 44 rupees, Azure Bastion 33 rupees, other purchases 10 rupees. So the total duration would be like for 2 hours or 1.5 hours. This is the cost we have got. So the total amount we charged to 242. So here ends the video. So thank you for watching the video. So thank you.